Welcome back to Let's Play in the Space 2. I'm JC Proton. This is episode 38 of my fourth Let's Play series. We are playing Lumeris, standard faction, on endless difficulty, endless duration game, the largest ovoid galaxy map. And we are picking up at turn 146, end of turn 146. Nothing super eventful has occurred yet. Just clicking over to see what's gonna happen next. We're growing out our systems. Um, we now have completed growing all of the outposts into colonies. We got 4 of them this turn, actually. So we are at 33 of 30. So we're over the limit, of course, again, but we've got autonomous administrations completing, so we'll be back in balance next turn. Current laws. Trying out Coop Code. Uh, First time trying it, but it gives extra science for industry. So I'm digging this Bucks for Lux thing, and Dirty Hands is working great. So we're just rocking our way towards here's our current Senate breakdown, but you can see industrialists are really gaining steam. So it looks like next election in 14, 15 turns is gonna maybe flip over to industrialists. Um, and we're continuing to build up our military defense fleets, because surely we wouldn't use them for offense, right? And we did get this Caltigma, and then we were able to we were able to sell it to Horatio, even though we had 0% ownership. That was kind of crazy. So that's where we're picking up. um, trade trade companies. The 4 headquarters are over here, and then the subsidiaries are all down here. And we're making, what's that, about 18, 19,000 dust per turn, plus a bunch of resources. So yeah, actually, let me double check, make sure I'm not over. Yeah, I've been making it. I am trying to get into the habit of selling my extras on these resources, just to kind of keep them in check. My red sank production is ridiculous, man. 224 per turn. That's just bonkers, man. Okay, so next step is, we're gonna click over. These scores are pretty good. I've got double the SoFun score and just about triple the others. Yeah, I'm at least I'm right about double the SoFuns, and then even further ahead on everybody else. So we will see what happens here. Progress. Progress towards victory. We are at. Hey, all right, we've got a half a million, a half a million of the 7 million that we need. So we're getting there. We're slowly picking up speed. Yeah. Good approvals now. Good approvals now. Look at that. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, and this guy's working on it, right? CG. Well, yeah, man, let's queue up your stuff. Yeah, this guy's going to need this one because he doesn't have any luxury resources. So that makes it harder for him. Let's help this guy out. There. That'll solve his approval problems. That was a lot of money, but it's okay. It's okay. I have it. I have it, and that's what it's for. Cool. And we've been trimming away the populations here. Trimming away these Calgeros. So we need to do it one more time. Oh, it won't let me do it this time, huh? They won't let you dustilize your last population. Okay, well, what we'll do, we'll grow, and then we'll put... I don't know. We'll get that figured out at some point.
We have a proposal, Sneaky Chops.
Yeah, no. So he is at war with the Alliance. So yeah, no. I don't want to have war with anybody. I don't need to. Because I'm being all pacifist and everything, right? Because this is a pacifist faction. Wow. Huh. Okay, so because of the law that reduces the cost of things based on the number of luxury resources, bucks for lux, I think it's called, minus 10% system improvement industrial cost per luxury deposit on systems. Having multiple luxury deposits reduces the structure. It's normally like 4,000. But I don't have a price decrease on the terraforming, so this will actually give me more population slots. That'll give me 3. This will only give me 1, and it's cheaper. I guess I've got it partially completed, but just a teeny bit. Three turns, huh? Okay, that'll work. Okay. All pretty good. All pretty good. Snow goes to Boreal. So I'm actually delaying terraforming those. And the reason why is we've got a big bonus to approval per sterile. And then we also have a bonus on food because they're sterile. So them being sterile is actually an okay thing for us. I want them to be the mild version of sterile instead of like lava or ash. It's better for them to be desert or alternatively cold planets. I would take them from ice or barren and I would get them up to Arctic, and then just stop there for a little bit until they're full of population. Once the system's like full, then it's like, okay, we need more population on the system. Then yeah, go ahead and terraform them up to fertile and temperate, because they'll just fill right up. But while the system's not full yet and those planets aren't fully populated, I think you get a little bit of a min-max edge in this case, by keeping them sterile. Let's see, CK, AI. Lots of cool stuff when I unlocked that one. Lots of good stuff here. Lots of good stuff I gotta do here. Terraform. Get him down around here. Maybe even earlier. Yeah, that's expensive. We're gonna end up putting it in whenever we run out of population, basically. Whenever we hit a cap, when the system starts maxing out on this population, that's when we're gonna end up actually doing it. Okay, this is AI, AJ. Cool. Okay, any threes that are not. Okay, this guy. You can go ahead and do this now. I guess I'll wait one turn to do it. Spend all that money on it, I might as well go ahead and get it built, right? And then these guys are still building out their colonies. I tend to wait to do a lot of upgrades until after they've at least established colonized all the planets in the system. Cool. Got some pretty good leaders. No heroes in the marketplace yet. Okay, I need to remember to sell my resources. Okay, that's all manageable. These should be all okay. Yeah, those are all fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, so trade companies are rocking and rolling. See, they're doing well. So we have the headquarters here, 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 and here. And we have the subsidiaries here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here. So 4 out of 4 headquarters and 6 out of 6 subsidiaries. Not trading with anybody else outside the empire. And let's see, let's move populations around. Populations around if needed. Okay, everybody's got stuff growing except for these two. He's working on growing whatever, growing, colonizing another planet in the system, so he has room. Same deal with this guy. So they're just maxed out. They're new colonies and they're maxed out, so they're growing. So I make a point of when when I establish a new outpost, or when an outpost becomes a colony, I want to ship populations to that colony. So this is the only one that's currently okay. So we're going to do this. We want to get rid of this population, so that's going to involve building a starport and then putting people in the starport and stuff. I just want to have the right populations growing in the empire. And right now that means not these guys. These are good, these are good, these are good, these are good. These don't grow, they are built, and I can't build them. I will get more of them if I take more Riftborn systems. So that's a thing that's kind of on the table. We are still at a ceasefire with them. Truce for 5 more turns. Should they decide to renew conflict, or should conflict resume for any reason, like me being all pacifist and everything, it's not like I'm going to declare war or anything, right? I would totally declare war. That's totally a thing that might happen. Because we have this fleet and this cool commander guy and massive movement rates and this huge fleet of siege ships, and then another reserve fleet hanging out. and stuff. So yeah, we could totally go for another phase of advanced expansion, right? We'll just call it that. Zero sum expansion, where my gain is their loss. I take the things that were their things and then they become my things. So there's a lot of populations here. A lot of that's going to be Riftborn. So it could happen, man. We could end up taking that and then going after this stuff here and taking this stuff here. We could come rolling over here into the Vodiani. You know, they're basically puny and weak, and we could just smash them and just take all their systems. And so doing that, if we took this constellation, it's still pretty defensible. And take this, that's defensible. So who knows? Maybe we would take up to here. Take these two, but then why not just push it all the way over to here? Right? So then you're here and here. Just take all this up to here and then just keep going, right? So we'll see what happens here. We might end up going on offense here. Just because we can and we have the capacity and kind of nothing else to do. Like we have a lot of these systems. Where like building ships that's like what they do now, because they're pretty much done with everything else. So they're at that phase in the game where they're fully caught up on all of their system improvement builds. Oh, here we go. You know what? I need to go through the Empire and check all of those. Let's do that now. Let's double check. Yep. Aha. That's the thing I need to build throughout the Empire. Okay, this can be built now. Probably goes there. Build it in 16 turns or build it in 11. Not a big difference. I guess sooner than later. Not allowed here because there are no resources at all. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a lesson learned. That's why I guess that's maybe one of the reasons why I end up trying to fail that quest instead of succeed. Because you get the wrong hero and then you're stuck. I'm talking about this one. It said it would give me Carved Jesuit, but then when I completed the quest, it actually gave me this guy. So I couldn't put him on the system, so I couldn't advance the quest line. So we're still waiting for Carb Jezzet to show up. And I don't have him. And he's not available in the marketplace, so I'm just stuck. Yeah, so it is what it is. Not the end of the world. Not by a long shot. Okay, he's still building out his colonies, so no need to expand there. Seems like AJ is in a dead spot as far as trade routes. Let's look. Yeah. So because he's not hit by trade routes, I'm not building the solar security operations improvement. Yeah, I'm not building this yet because he's still colonizing. Same deal here. Yeah, probably going to be the same with all these guys. Look at this, almost 500 turns worth of production queued up. He's still colonizing. AM. I think he gets hit by trade routes. No, he doesn't. Okay. That explains why I don't have this here. Okay. Okay, we're all the way back at the beginning. Cool. Let me just double check real quick here. These two. That's okay. And everybody else is growing. Yeah. Alright. And we're at 33 of 34 systems. Yep. From here on, we're going to be gaining a whole bunch. Okay, those guys. Let's see. Let's have you guys go over here. And you guys can come over here. And you guys can come over here. Alright, let's figure out a better fleet setup here. Okay, let's take all these guys and set them aside. This guy, this guy. Okay. Definitely better fleet than that fleet. And I would say at this point, I don't think we really need this fleet anymore. It's fulfilled its purpose. Manpower is pretty full. Don't have air power yet. It is queued up though. It's going to be a while. Because, like, military conflict isn't really a priority at the moment. So, it's queued up way back here. Yeah, like, way back here. 14 turns away. You can see our research is kicking like karate. Over 40,000 per turn now. So that's definitely starting to ramp up. Yeah, that's a pretty cool law. I'm trying out this Coop code. It's a Pulsos law. And it, your industry, 1/10 of whatever you produce industry-wise also creates science. So that's really cool. And that's really cool. So, yeah, this will be interesting, man. I guess we need to go through all our systems and make sure we got all the fleets out of the hangars that we need to have out of the hangars. So let's just check real quick here. There's one. Okay, that's all the fleets out of the hangars that I need to move out of the hangars. Dude, those guys can go up there, and who else do we have left? Those guys can cruise down there. Cool. All good. We're growing great. Let's go ahead and advance the turn. All right, let's see if anything interesting has happened. Getting pretty close on interstellar windshields. Only one turn away. $41,000 science per turn. All right, let's see what we got here. Natural wastelands came to an end. Academy is now level 7.
You're making the Sophonoty nervous. What are you up to?
He wants an alliance. Of course.
We have a proposal, sneaky
Is this guy a potential leader? He's a pacifist leader. No, I don't really want him leading the Senate. Gas 40 science on system. We'll save a little bit on the hero. Okay. I guess we'll wrap this recording up right here. So far, so good. Things are proceeding according to plan, and we're just kind of hitting next turn a lot. And let's see here, our victory 552. We're up to 33,000 per turn. We have 250,000 dust just hanging out. Might put that to work somewhere on something. Approval's looking really solid. So with approval that good, let's try something. Let's try something for fun. So right now we're at 41,644. So 41,600 roughly. Let's see which one of these is better. Coop code. So 41, that was a lot. It's about 7,000. Try cram exam. $38. Okay, that's definitely not as good. And it definitely caused some approval issues. Okay. So that's a fun little test just to see. So next time when I come back, I'll load the game, and it'll load in at turn 148. And we'll see. In fact, I think what I might do off camera is, let's do that. Let's see what it would be if we instead had let's compare to see what brains over bucks would yield. Okay, so we'll drop out of this. So it's 38,000 and change. So what I'm thinking is I want to compare cram exam versus whatever the science over dust is, law, versus I can't remember the names of these laws. They even have catchy, rhymey names too, and I still can't remember them. Yeah, the one that does this, or that one that does this other thing. I can't remember. It's funny how the art on these Lumeris ships, they're kind of old timey, right? A little bit, like big old turret gun turrets, giant gun turrets like battleships from World War II. Okay, so we're at 41.6. So instead of coop code, what if we ran brains over bucks? Okay, so let's see what that would do. We were at 33,000, and then we're now down to 34. So that takes that down to 29. And that's only 37, so that's not even quite as good as cram exam. And you lose dust out of the deal. So really, that law, where is it? Coop code? That thing's rocking, man. That's a really solid law. That's really good. So that's definitely the one to stay with.
You're making the Sophonoty. We have a proposal.
Okay. So good to know. So next time I continue playing, I'll load back in at turn 148 and go from there. It doesn't seem like so. What had happened at the end of a turn a few turns ago? The United Empire had joined this alliance. He had joined this alliance, and so I'm surprised it hasn't happened again. But I was like at the end of the turn, and I was like really tired, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stop, and I stopped playing. And yeah, this guy had joined their alliance, but for whatever reason, he hasn't done it this time. I don't know. But it made like a different dynamic, right? Because then when he joined their alliance, then not only were they at war with Sophons, but that also put the alliance at war with Cravers. So I think it's more likely instead of joining this alliance, I think I'm gonna go on offense here, and I'll probably take this, and then I may start pressing this way. We'll see. We'll see. I may take this and then kind of digest that bite, kind of like I did up here. We'll see. If the industrialists win this next election, like it looks like it will, and hey, this is a democracy. Granted that event just ended that was boosting them, but they're certainly going to be represented. It looks like they're definitely going to be represented. So I think part of that is just the massive populations I have going. These guys all being industrialists. I think that's what's happening here. Those guys all vote, and they all say, "Hey, yeah, we want to be industrialist," and so it ends up happening. Because they have a voice, because it's democracy. We're a pacifist democracy. Yeah, so we might end up expanding over here, just until the thing happens. Things will really kind of accelerate when I go into turtle mode and just do this tech right here. I'll do that tech, and then I'll just have everybody build dust, basically. And my dust production will go up a lot. So the dust production will go up 75% of what this industry is. So how much is that, right? It's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,000. 16, 17, 18, 19, around 20, 22, maybe 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, around 29,000 theoretically. I mean, these guys have a long way to go until they're done building, but like any system that's done building everything, instead of having it just build more fleet, at some point you reach a point where I have enough fleet. I have enough fleet to conquer everything on the map, kind of thing, right? And so when that happens, then you're like, okay, I need to stop building fleet now. It's not doing anything for me. All it's doing is driving up my maintenance fees to maintain all that fleet. When you hit that threshold, right, you're like, okay, I need to build something that's not fleet. So you either design some ships that you build and then sell, because that's actually a larger amount of dust, or if you, like in my case, then on this victory condition, I need the recurring dust, and if you build a thing and sell it in the market, that doesn't count. It's only counting your recurring dust that you make every turn. So that's why I would go with that tech, and then so an extra 20 to 30,000 dust. Yeah, I mean that's basically doubling my net dust output. So it would cut the number of turns to victory in half. So that'll happen once we get to that point. Right now, I can still definitely use more military. If we do decide to get aggressive, then we'll build another siege fleet for over here and one for here. So we'll have 3 big siege fleets, and we'll just go. We'll just go. And with the industrialists in charge, we could use the new colony law. New colony law will be huge because we get an approval boost every time we conquer a system, and so then that will just stack up, and we'll just do a whole bunch of those, and lets us build a big wave of systems we conquer. And that kind of buys you time to upgrade those systems and then build autonomous administration on them. And if they're in charge, we can do pay it forward, another industry boost, mineral misers, that's another industry boost. They'll have to get pretty well established to eventually get to this one. I don't think we'll get to that in this game, but we could afford to run it. We could actually afford to run it because we have so much influence at this point. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be very cool, man, when that happens. Next election is after turn 160, right before, between 160 and 161. So that's only like 12 turns away, so not far. That could be transformative. If the industrialists take over, we could see me turn over a new leaf and get more aggressive again and do some conquest. You know, that could totally happen. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Until next time, thanks for watching. Definitely appreciate it.